Hey folks, so it's Tuesday, February 16th, and this is your daily forecast. The first thing assignment one is due at the beginning of class. If it's not turned in at the beginning of class, it's late, but that is okay. Remember that um, my late policy is really generous. Basically, if you turn it in late, you aren't going to get anything counted off in terms of your grade. It just means that when I give you your graded feedback, you're just going to get a grade from me and not like a whole explanation type thing, right? So it's not the end of the world, don't panic. But that being said, it is due at the beginning of class, so if your plan is to turn it in on time and get that detailed feedback from me, this is the time to do that. Okay, so what we're doing today, we're going to learn about our new workflow for Unit 2. All right, Unit 2 is our longest unit, and I think, frankly, our most fun. So just go ahead and in task one, learn about our Unit 1 workflow, the skills we're learning, and all that other stuff. There's an explanatory video of me walking through what that workflow looks like. So there's that. And then in task 2, we're actually going to practice our new workflow by working with the Tobin et al. Article that we read in Unit 1. And so we're going to watch a clip from Wreck-It Ralph 2. And yeah, it'll be neat, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to watch this clip from Wreck-It Ralph 2. And then from there, I actually want you to go ahead and look at, head over to Slack and look at my sample reflection and really make a note of the way that I am writing about Wreck-It Ralph 2 and look at the strategies that I'm using to connect the article to Wreck-It Ralph 2, and also how, instead of just sort of like summarizing what I'm seeing in the film, what I'm actually doing is making the director of Wreck-It Ralph 2 more the sort of subject of my sentences. So I'm kind of focusing on the choices that the director is making in representing princess culture, right? And that's really important because that gets you shifting from summary, this is what happened in the film, which isn't analysis, to analysis, which is like, here's me zeroing in on specific choices that are being made and then drawing from secondary scholarship to explain why I think those choices are significant, right? That's analysis. And that's like a key thing that we're going to be learning to do in this unit. And so this unit is really supposed to give you like really low stakes practice over and over again, and being able to do that, applying academic articles to different children's short films. And so, yeah, or series, but it by the end, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is old hat. I know how to do this, right? Which is good. Okay, so you're gonna read my sample reflection. Just really pay attention to how I'm doing that. If you want to, you could totally like copy and paste it and like really kind of look at it and be like, oh, these are the moves that Dr. G is making. I can do that, right? So, sort of see that. After you've done that though, I want you to take about 10 to 15 minutes to take some, just kind of like write a reflection on the connections that you're seeing between the Tobin piece and, the Tobin, the film that we watched. All right, so then you're gonna, try your hand at it. And then once you've done that, and you'll probably just come up with like a paragraph, right? Usually people do 1 or 2 paragraphs. Don't go beyond 2 paragraphs, all right? So once you've done that, then what I want you to do is just to type or paste in. Most times people will write it in a Google document and then just copy what they've written in a Google document and then paste that into Slack, okay? So yeah, that's what I want you to do, is just paste a reflection into Slack. And then once you've done that, meaningfully respond to at least 2 of your peers' posts. And by meaningfully respond, I mean like take their ideas seriously and be like, yeah, did you also notice this one particular example? Because the idea is, in having these conversations with people, you're also sort of like training your peers to pay closer attention to the film that they're looking at, and then also closer attention to the article. So like maybe they mentioned something like a connection to the Tobin piece and be like, yeah, like I see what you're saying here. Did you also notice this particular, how the thing that you're talking about or you're mentioning that Tobin et al. Also talk about this, or there's something you're talking about that Tobin et al. Observe that I'm seeing in the film. Did you notice this as well, right? So it's kind of like engaging in that conversation and getting excited about the connections that your peers are making, okay? So there's that. That's what we're doing in class today. For homework, and this is due at the very beginning of class, I do want to say it is really, really important in this section that you are showing up for class on time and like engaging in this during class, because it relies on us all watching the films around the same time and then posting our responses around the same time so that we can actually engage in conversation with each other. All right, so just really keep that in mind. So for homework, you're going to read Nassater and Horn's Addressing Disability as a Part of Diversity, and really pay attention to pages 6 and 8 in that piece. And then also, I want you to employ the active reading model, right? Which you already know how to do because you did with the Tobin piece. And that is it, my friends. So let us have a good day in class and a really successful day doing the homework. Okay, take care.